know that you can boost your self-esteem, increase your sleep quality, and potentially live longer by doing one simple thing? Let me add more to the mix. This activity is able to fit into any busy schedule, and there's hardly any equipment to get started. So what is it? It's running. When I was younger, I asked my friend Bryson if he would coach me into running because I wanted to lose a little bit of weight and I needed someone to help me get started. He was the most qualified because he loved to run half marathons, so I asked him naturally. And together we ran our first ever time together, and I ended up being very, very tired. But he told me that we must build your endurance from the ground up so that way I could run just like him. Which led me to registering and completing my first ever half marathon. Today we will find out just how easy it is to begin and get you across that finish line. We will go over how to begin training to build your endurance, next registering for a half marathon, purchasing run apparel, and completing the race. So first, how do you begin training for a half marathon? Well, the body needs time in order to build endurance. So I recommend starting 19 weeks before. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, you're gonna run for 30 minutes. Doesn't matter the distance, just 30 minutes. Then on Saturday, you're gonna want to run for 3 miles straight. Then every 2 weeks on Saturday, you're going to increase that 3 mile by 1 mile. So the next 2 weeks, it'll be 4 miles. The next 2 weeks, it'll be 5 miles, and so on and so forth. Once your training is complete, you're gonna wanna choose your half marathon. And the way that you're gonna do this is by just Googling it. You'll go onto Google and you will Google half marathon registration. Then you're gonna find a marathon that interests you. Now remember that marathons can be very pricey. They can range anywhere from $50 to over $250. So if you're looking for a more cheaper run, you're gonna wanna choose a more local run such as Long Beach or even here in San Dimas, instead of choosing something very pricey like the LA Marathon. Once you do find a race of your interest, you will begin the registration process. Remember that there could be a waiver that you have to fill out because you might get injured. Once you pay the registration fee and you have completed your waiver, you're gonna want to be on the lookout in your email for where you can pick up your bib. Your bib will either be mailed to you or you can go ahead and pick it up at the race. Now, the next thing that I want to go over is how to build a running ensemble. So remember that when you are building a running ensemble, you're gonna want to use materials such as nylon or even polyester, which are really good at moisture wicking. What that means is it'll absorb your sweat and then evaporate it. So I like to wear tank tops or even t-shirts during your race, and this will provide a lot more breeze throughout your body. Make sure that both the top and the bottom are made from any type of material that is moisture wicking. Also remember that while you are running for 13.1 miles, which means you're going to be running for anywhere from 1 to 2 hours, that a lot of friction is going to occur in multiple places. The main place that it occurs is on the bottom of your feet, the soles of your feet. And the way that you are able to avoid any type of blisters is by using compression socks. Now remember that chafing can also occur in the inner thighs, in the underarms, as well as the nipple area. So the way that you can prevent this is by using compression shorts underneath your running shorts. This will avoid any type of chafing in the inner thigh. Now, if you don't feel like wearing compression shorts, you can also use a Vaseline in between your inner thigh. If you are wearing a t-shirt, you might want to also consider putting them on your underarms due to the fact that there is friction between the t-shirt and your skin, unless you're wearing a tank top, which means that it avoids that area altogether. You will want to put Vaseline onto the chest area due to the fact that when you are running, the t-shirt will go up and down as you run and will be very abrasive onto your chest. So just to keep yourself pain-free, apply some Vaseline. Now, the most important thing that I want to go over is your running shoe. This is what's going to get you through your race. Now, if you value comfort more than a bang for your buck, you're gonna want to choose a more expensive shoe with a thicker sole, which will provide a lot more comfort. Now, if you are on a budget, you're gonna have to not be as comfortable when you are running that race. The next thing that I want to go to, and the last thing that I want to go over, is completing the actual race. So the night before your race, I recommend getting at least more than 9 hours of sleep. You're going to want to conserve as much energy and not eat such a heavy meal the night prior. You're also going to want to stay very hydrated. Remember that getting to the race is also going to take a lot of time, so make sure that you are preparing for any traffic that is before the race. Now, the last thing that you're going to want to do is when you get to the race, you're going to want to pace yourself. You don't want to blow all of your energy on the first mile. Constantly pace yourself and stay hydrated at any hydration stations. And also make sure that you are keeping complete awareness of your surroundings. Look out for any potholes or cracks in the road that could also trip you and cause injury. Now, the last thing that you're going to want to do is get ready to cross that finish line. You're going to be very sweaty, you're going to be very tired, but you will be given an awesome opportunity to take a photo, and you will also receive your finisher medal. So, in conclusion, we first examined how to begin training for a half marathon. We followed a 19-week training program. We also figured out how to register for a half marathon. We built a running ensemble, and finally, we figured out how to safely complete a half marathon. After running 2 half marathons myself, I hope that these tricks and tips will help you finish your first half marathon. So, I'll see you guys on the road, and good luck, runners. Thank you.